This is the Ask Us Anything live stream. So, because Fridays is just a chat, hangout. So, anything you want to talk about, jump on the chat. Let me know. Any thoughts you have on Freemasonry, positive, negative, or neutral? I'd love to hear them. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let me know how it's going. And like I said, anything that you want to talk about. Okay, and let's see who joins. This is a Ask Us Anything. Got my cat here. Bandit says hello. I hope you guys are doing well. Let's give it a minute. Let's see who joins. And please, if you could, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And I hope everybody is doing well. Hey Bandit, how's it going? By the way, I just saw the Freemason community, two leading platforms for Freemasonry worldwide, excited to announce the adoption of a Bitcoin standard as part of our long-term strategy to preserve capital and ensure the sustainability of the platform. I'm going to read more on that, but I'm very happy anytime I see Freemasons embracing new technologies, new ideas, including cryptocurrency. I think that's a really good thing. So I will be sharing more of that as the more I see. But I think it's wonderful to see personally, and I hope more lodges consider, more Masonic groups and organizations consider ways that they can incorporate cryptocurrency, blockchains, things like that into their work and into their operations. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Hit that like button. Jump in the chat. Say hello. Ask me anything. This is our Ask Us Anything Freemasonry stream every Friday. I tend to just hang out and anything you want to talk about. I don't have any specific subjects planned. Dad is here. Hello, Harry. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining. I hope you're having a great day, a great Friday. We've got a heat warning here in Windsor once again. So if you are in Windsor, please try to take care of yourself. Don't let the heat get to you. Drink lots of water, etc., etc. Heat stroke is very real, especially when you have a lot of older members. 24-hour live stream, 1 vote, 1 yes. So thank you so much for that. I think I'm going to try to do that in a couple of weeks. It'd be a lot of work to do a 24-hour live stream. I'm not quite sure how I would do it yet, but it'd be a lot of fun. I'd probably try to do different topics every couple hours. I figure most people will, which would be fine, right? I think that would be part of the fun to see who comes and who goes and who's in and who's out. I assume we get a lot of different people coming and going as the kind of stream progress, which would be a lot of fun, right? That's something I think would be one of the fun parts with doing a 24-hour live stream is to see the people coming and going and who shows up and who doesn't. I think that'd be really, really cool. And don't forget, I've still got my other personal YouTube channel, which I 100% I'm not forgetting about. I hope to do some stuff on that this weekend, so try to pay attention for that. But that could be a lot of fun and a really, really enjoyable experience, I think, is having people coming in and out of the stream. But welcome. If you're just joining us, please jump in the chat, say hello. We're here to talk about Freemasonry. This is the Ask Us Anything portion of the Ask Us Anything kind of Friday stream. So anything you want to talk about, let's hear it. I'll do my best to answer. I've been a Mason since 2007. I certainly don't know everything, but in the last 20 years, I think I've picked up some information, and I've also just got my own ideas and thoughts, which I'd love to share with people. I hope things are going well in South Africa, Dylan. Thank you for joining. Let me know how you're doing, how your evening's going, your weekend, moving into your weekend. I hope you're gonna have a great Saturday and a great Sunday also. Just gonna wait to see who else joins us and anything that you guys want to talk about. Like I said, this is kind of the Ask Us Anything stream, so anything you guys want to talk about, please let me know. How's it going, Courtney? I hope that you are doing well as always. I hope everybody watching this is having a great time. If you are not, I mean, Windsor right now, because we just got a heat alert, but I know a few other places have as well. So please, please drink lots of water. Take care of yourself. Heat stroke are very real. We have a lot of older Masons and just older people in general. You know, I don't want anybody to suffer heat stroke or heat exhaustion. Get air conditioning if you can. If you don't have air conditioning, find a place that does. Drink lots of water and just take care of yourself. I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, I would not doubt it at all. Especially, you know, it's one thing if you're an athlete and you've been training and you've been taking care of yourself. If you're a spectator, maybe a little bit older, haven't taken care of yourself, that is really dangerous. But good for, you know, in fairness, good for the athlete to give his water bottle to the person who is suffering the heat stroke. Didn't have to do that, you know, so it's good for him to do. M Goat says mango. Welcome, M Goat. I hope you're doing well. This is the Ask Us Anything, Talk About Anything, Just Hang Out Friday stream. Nice casual Friday. So if there's anything you want to ask me about when it comes to Freemasonry, any thoughts you have, positive, negative, or neutral, please let me know. I've been a Freemason since 2007. I certainly don't know everything about Freemasonry, but I like to think I have some, if nothing else, ideas, opinions, and perspectives, which I think can be a benefit both to non-Masons who want to learn more about the craft, as well as, or how they can excel in the craft or grow their lodge, as well as, sorry, for Masons who want to grow in the craft or who want to grow their lodge, as well as non-Masons who want to learn more about learn more about Freemasonry in general. So if you have any questions or thoughts, please put them in the chat. I mean, I would agree with that 100%. Courtney, I'm not a doctor or nothing, but I think sometimes you do want to combine water with like Gatorade or Prime or anything with electrolytes in it. But I would say, if nothing else, just make sure you're drinking water. And again, shade, uh, what's it called? Air conditioning, all those good things that people need to take care of themselves. It's just incredibly important. We've lost far too many Masons far too young because they didn't take care of themselves. They had health risks, medical issues. We don't want to add to any of that by seeing anybody suffer from heat stroke. I think the new Grok is out, right? Grok 4.0. This is still Grok 3. But I've been asking Grok on Twitter or on X about Freemasonry just to see what it says, and so far it's given some interesting answers. Well, also, unfortunately, I think things are just getting a lot hotter in the world, UK and otherwise. Not to be one of those guys who jumps on and starts talking about global warming and gets the conspiracy theorists in, but I think global warming is real, and I think that we're dealing with the effects of it right now. The fact that every year in my life seems to be hotter and hotter and hotter is a pain in the butt, put it that way. Especially somebody who hates heat. I will take cold weather any day of the week. I will take snow any day of the week and twice on Sunday to dying of heat exhaustion or heat stroke, in my humble opinion. But yeah, it feels like every year it gets a lot hotter. I'd rather it not. Welcome, by the way, if you're just jumping on, jump in the chat, say hello. This is the Casual Friday Ask Us Anything chat where we just hang out, talk about whatever we want. I take questions from people, so any questions you guys have or thoughts, I'd love to hear them. There were. I would hope there's not ice ages in the future. Although on days like today, I would take an ice age quite happily. There's things that are outside of our control, and there are things that are within our control. It's always going to be my hope, as much as we can, that we focus on the things that are within our control. So, if we can send less stuff, less pollutants, less carbon, less whatever it is up into the atmosphere, then I think we should do that. Just makes sense to me. But it's one of those things where, again, you're always kind of having to battle out or figure out what can you control, what can't you control. Which is good Masonic advice as well. If you feel like your lodge is suffering, you feel like your lodge is struggling, you need to figure out, okay, what is within your control, what is out of your control, What can you do to help your lodge? What can you not do to help your lodge, you know? That stuff matters. Yeah, I think I heard about the wildfires are back once again. I heard there's another, what's it called? Another um, emergency declaration. You know, I've talked before and I showed before about Texas Masons helping those who've been affected by the Texas floods. I also posted in the past about Manitoba Masons, the Manitoba Eastern Star, helping those who've been affected by the Manitoba wildfires. So, usually, to its credit, whenever you have some type of um, natural disaster, fire, whatever it might be, fires, floods, tornadoes, earthquakes. Excuse me. You can almost always find some type of Masonic lodge um, collecting donations, trying to help people, trying to either help first responders who are dealing with the after effects of the issue, or trying to help those who've been directly affected by the issue. You saw that in Los Angeles, you see that in Manitoba, you see that in Texas. When you talk about the great things about Freemasonry, one of them, you know, Freemasonry is not a charity. Having said that, its charitable efforts when it comes to helping those who've been affected by wildfires is pretty special, in my opinion. And we're just going to give it, though, a bit of time. We're going to see who else joins us. As always, this is just a hangout, chat, talk about anything stream. Casual Friday, let's call it that. Is your lodge ready for prospects? I think that's a question that everybody who is a Mason should be asking, right? And summer, July, in Ontario at least, is a great time to ask that question because our lodges are currently dark by and large, right? And so it makes sense that we should be taking this time to ask, are we ready for prospects? Not even prospects, but just degrees in general. Are we ready to have a degree? Are we practicing our ritual? Since we have the time off, uh, you know, normally, let's say you have your meetings on Friday, you are missing meetings over the summer. That's a perfect time to grab your ritual book and do some practicing. Maybe get the lodge guys together, hang out, have a barbecue, and, you know, practice your work over the barbecue. Like, you should always be practicing, and that goes for both degrees as well as practice in case somebody comes and is interested in joining. And the other thing about that is your lodge ready for prospects is it also means, is your lodge ready to respond to prospects? If somebody sends your lodge an email or somebody's interested in joining and wants more information, is there an up-to-date email address that they can contact to learn more about the lodge? Is there an up-to-date phone number? Like, what can the lodge, do prospects know how to get in touch with your lodge? Do you have people ready to perform the various investigations? Do you have your paperwork up to date? Are your due structures up to date? That is, you know, something that matters as well. It's not just about being able to put on the degree, it's about all the work that goes into the degree beforehand. Coffee chats are great for lodges. I agree 100%. Maybe don't bring in bringing coffee into the lodge room, but absolutely lodges should have coffee days, coffee nights. You know, breakfast with the breakfast with the brothers, coffee with the brothers. You can even do things like coffee with a cop, coffee with the fire crew. I've done that in my lodge a lot, and it was always great. Where you invite the police to come out, give a talk, you invite firemen to come out, give a talk, you invite first aid, you invite problem gambling services, just people to come in and chat and talk to you about their services and what they provide and what they offer. It can be a really great way to grow a lodge. But yeah, one thing I love doing recently, wow, I think we're going to get quite a nice storm coming soon. One thing I loved doing lately is coffee with a blank, right? I think that's a really good thing. So again, it's super easy to set up. Usually the lodge will have space or the building will have space where you can hold a, for example, coffee with the cop, coffee with the fire crew. Like bring the community into your lodge because again, with the coffee with a, you don't have to just be open to Masons. It can be open to anybody. So let's say, for example, you have a Masonic building that is in an area where there's issues with crime, with vandalism, with homelessness, with struggling like that. Organize a coffee event where you provide coffee and you bring the cops out and they can talk to the lodge about maybe what they're doing to try to deal with issues, and the lodge members itself can talk to the police officers about what they are feeling and how they're feeling. About the situation, and you can invite the public because the public that lives in the same area or works in the same area may have their own issues, and then it's a way to bring everybody together. All that stuff is really special, and it takes a little bit of work to organize. Same thing with leadership retreats. Yeah, maybe the worship master invites the lodge leadership out for a day or for a weekend or something special where they talk about issues facing the lodge, things that are going well, things that are going not so well. Um, I think that'd be really good. They are. I mean, you look back at like Apple computers and the things that Steve Jobs did while they were creating the Macintosh. We regularly had retreats where they guys get together, blow off steam, talk about what's going well, what's not going well. I mean, I've been wondering more and more if there are lessons we can take from men like Steve Jobs in leadership roles and apply them to Freemasonry. I think there could be a lot there. And I love the Steve Jobs movie as well, by the way, done by Aaron Sorkin. Thank you, Courtney. I appreciate that. Well, I think most police chiefs support it. They certainly support it here in Windsor, and it was a really special event, something I enjoyed a lot. Just respond to some people on Twitter, some interesting ideas about Freemasonry. Mariana, welcome back. I hope that you are doing well. Well, yeah, it doesn't surprise me. It's unfortunate, Courtney, that that has taken place, but that's taking place many places. I'm hoping that we can start to turn the tide, but it's really hard. But we're all doing our best. But it is absolutely exhausting. It's very challenging, you know. And there's a lot of reasons why membership is dropping around North America. It's not exclusive to Texas by any means, but we're doing our best, you know. And there are some Masons working tooth and nail to reverse that trend. All right. I hope you guys are enjoying this casual stream. We're just hanging out, chatting, seeing if people want to talk about Freemasonry. Any questions, any thoughts you have, I'd love to hear them. I'm curious, Courtney, if that stat you gave, do you know? Oh, hope everybody's okay. Do you know? Just give it 1 second. Do you know to what extent the loss of membership is due to people demitting versus to what extent the loss of membership is due to people um, like just attrition over time, so people passing away and not getting new members? Um, I'd be curious to know because that would affect kind of the way you deal with it, I think. 8 votes. Yes, 62%. No, 38%. Would you join me for a 24-hour live stream? All right, so, the yeses are still in the lead, which makes me think I'll do it. Obviously, I don't expect people to join me for the entirety of the 24-hour live stream. People got to sleep. But for portions therein, I think it would be a lot of fun. And again, one of the fun things about the stream may be seeing people come and go in and out of the stream. I'd probably do that stream, though, on my laptop for sure with my microphone. Yeah, that makes sense, Spirit. Not for the 24 hours. That would be a lot. You could always leave your phone just on if you're doing other stuff, and I could be chatting to nobody on the other end of it. At least I'd still get the view. But 23, I will take it. 23 is pretty good. 23 hours is not bad at all. I can't complain much about that. We've got a nice storm hitting us here in Windsor, by the way, which I'm very happy about. Helps to cool things off. But 23 hours would be pretty good. I'd probably get more people watching me if I fell asleep during the 24-hour live stream. Who knows? I could get more people joining saying, look at this idiot falling asleep on his live stream. Although maybe if I did fall asleep, Dad, what you could do is you could come in, you could wake me up, or call me to wake me up, or, send a carrier pigeon to wake me up. That would be very helpful and much appreciated. But I do hope everybody watching this is doing well. This is just the Ask Us Anything stream, so if anybody jumps on and has any questions about Freemasonry, please let me know. Any questions, any thoughts, any comments. I'd love to hear your responses, whether they're positive, negative, or neutral. Even if you have some more negative views of Freemasonry, you know what, that is fine with me. I'd still love to hear them. All right, we're just gonna give it a bit more time, like I said, and this is just a casual Friday stream. Just seeing if anybody has any questions, thoughts, anything I want to talk about when it comes to Freemasonry. Honestly, it doesn't have to be just about Freemasonry. It's a Friday hangout, so we'll see who jumps on. Next week, we'll be back to more specific topics, including I may talk about Grand Lodge, because I will be traveling to the Ontario Grand Lodge, so that should be a lot of fun. But welcome if you're just joining us. Jump in the chat, say hello. Ask me anything, any question about Freemasonry. I'd love to hear them. Any thoughts you have, any comments, positive, negative, or neutral. This is just kind of a hangout, have fun, ask us anything casual Friday stream. Next week, we'll be back with the more, general or specific topics. Probably talk about Grand Lodge, as I'll be going on Wednesday. And also, we will be talking about my schedule next week, because at least on Wednesday I'm going to be out of town at the Grand Lodge in Ontario, though I may take some time to live stream from Grand Lodge. Who knows? Could be a lot of fun. Good. Freemasons should be exercising, so good for you. I hope it went well. And tell everybody I said hello, as always. Hope everybody, by the way, watching this is doing well. Hope you're having a great Friday. Taking care of yourself. Don't get heat stroke. At least you're in Windsor, don't get heat stroke. And let me know how it's going and if there's anything you want to talk about. For the live stream, 24-hour stream, what I think I would do, honestly, is have every 2 hours or 3 hours have a different topic I'd want to cover, a different poll question, something like that, so we can have multiple discussions, and that means people could come in and out, right? They could pick which streams they want to stay on or which times they want to come on for whatever specific topics it is that they have, which could be a lot of fun. I've been trying, by the way, to see if I could find a way to contact anybody involved with the Angry Allen play, currently playing in New York. Because again, as I talked about yesterday, I think that there's some really good Masonic connections therein that we could get. That would, or again, this idea of men who feel lost, who feel out of place. Is it possible for us to reach them as Freemasons and give them a positive outlet before they fall into the negative trap of before they fall into the negative trap of online influencers and all these guys? So I think that'd be worth exploring some more. I just have no idea how to get in touch with anybody except through like agents. But even that, I can't figure out which agents are for direct communications, which agents are for speaking engagements. I do think Freemasonry does, in a more general sense, though, need to reach out to our influential people, celebrities, influencers, people on social media, to see if we can't get more influence in these spaces. I mean, people listen to celebrities, right? For better or worse. Whether that be social media sphere or in person, like movies or whatever it might be. Just giving a bit of time to see if anybody jumps in the chat to say hello, and if they want to talk about anything or any questions, any thoughts, as to Freemasonry. This is the casual Friday kind of Ask Us Anything stream, which is always a lot of fun and enjoyable. But yeah, nothing specific planned. Just waiting to see who joins. If and when I do the 24-hour stream, it'd be a lot different because it'd be a lot more structured content and structured ideas. This is just hanging out for fun. Don't forget, by the way, to check out our Patreon and keep following us on social media. We're going to have a lot more content coming out in the coming days, including our trip to Grand Lodge, which will be next week, July 16th, and August 16th, live streaming from the Hip Hop Festival here in Windsor, and at some point a 24-hour stream, which should be a lot of fun. And looks like the rain has finally stopped. Rondo, who's headlining the Hip Hop Festival? I don't know if the list is out yet. Let me double check. It's local artists primarily, so local Windsor artists, which I understand some might be coming in from out of town, but I think the majority, they're trying to really put an emphasis on local talent, looking for kind of an opportunity to showcase their stuff. Let's see. We've got yeah, that is good. Trying to see if I can find. So MCs, DJs, graffiti artists, B-boys and B-girls, vendors, content creators, we need you to bring this vision to life. This isn't just a show, it's a full movement to celebrate Windsor's hip-hop culture and talent. Local artists, it's your time to shine. Want to perform, volunteer, event, get involved, go to windsorhiphop.ca for details. Let me see if I can find any lists. windsorhiphop.ca. They are looking for people to sign up, so spotlight local talent, elevate the scene, and bring the community together like never before. I hope everybody, though, is doing well, having a great day. Thank you all for hanging out with me. I mean, but going to what you said, Rondo, like, I'm a firm believer, and I've said this before, right, that we in Freemasonry need to be spotlighting or highlighting the underground, not underground per se, but just our local artists, our local artistic community. If you have, for example, some wall space in your Masonic building that's not being used, you should 100% offer it to local artists. Same thing with shelf space. Offer it to local artists. Maybe they're carvers, they do woodworking, pottery, whatever it is, or they're painters. Put their paintings on the walls. Showcase their work to your Masons, your Masonic brothers, as well as anybody who may be using the building. Like, Freemasons, I really believe this, need to be cheerleaders for our local art and artistic scene and community. You know, you cannot separate, I forget how, I've said this in the past, right? You cannot separate the success of a Masonic lodge from the success of the community in which it's located. And so that means success in a lot of different ways. That means success when it comes to the economic success of the community. That means the social success. That means wanting, a lower crime rate. That means also artistic success. Is your community and town vibrant in terms of the economy, as well as in terms of the local arts scene, as well as in terms of the environment? Is it clean? Is it healthy? All that stuff matters, right? You need to care about it. If you don't, then you're not relevant to the community, and then you're going to struggle to collect membership and members and all that jazz, right? We should be cheerleaders for our local communities. We should also be cheerleaders for when we go to visit other communities, right? Like if I'm traveling for a Masonic event, or if I'm traveling for a Masonic celebration, I should want to see that town be successful where I'm going. Like I'm maybe stop at a local store and buy something to bring to the lodge as like a gift, so you're supporting a local store. Maybe like there's a million things you can do to try to support and help the local town, right? I think we as Freemasons need to care about that and do that more. Rondo, I will be live streaming from the Windsor Hip Hop Festival on August 16th. So by all means, join me for that. You'll get to see some hip hop artists performing on stage. Again, I think it's one of my responsibilities as a Mason to try and support my city and to try to support the artists within that city. What is your favorite artistic is it hip hop? Is it rock? What's your favorite type of music? Do you have a favorite type of music? Let me just share this stream with some people. And if you are a Mason, I would say maybe maybe talk to your lodge about ways that you can support local artists if you're not doing so, right? Or ways you can do it some more. I think there's so many opportunities to support lodges, for lodges to support Freemason. Or I think there's so many opportunities for Masonic lodges to support local artists, and that's not being done, and I think that's really unfortunate. So, yeah, I would ask everybody, if you can do so, please do so. And if you are just joining us now, please take a moment, hit the like button. If you're new to the stream, hit the subscribe button. Let me know how it's going, and if there is anything that you guys want to talk about. This is just a casual Friday, so. Casual Friday, any questions, any comments, any thoughts people have, by all means, let me know. Good afternoon, Dennis. How is it going for you? By the way, if any of you guys have, the dreaded Twitch, I'm also on Twitch, or trying to be more on Twitch. As soon as we're done with this stream, I may go on and go onto a Twitch stream just to see if I can't find an audience there somewhere. And if you are new to the stream, this Friday, so I stream Monday through Fridays, 1 p.m., chatting about Freemasonry. Sometimes I have specific topics. For today, really it's just talking about anything we want to talk about. This is a casual Friday, so jump on the stream, say hello, let me know how you're doing. If you have any questions about Freemasonry, any thoughts, positive, negative, or neutral, I'd love to hear them. And yet, Rondo, I put in the chat the um, Windsor Hip Hop Festival link. I'd encourage you guys to go check that out. Like I said, there's a lot of really cool stuff there. But Dennis, let me know how it's going and let me know how your weekend is shaping up. Would you join me for a live stream? 8 votes. Looks like 5 yeses and 3 no's. I'll still take it. 5 yeses is good. And honestly, I've stayed up for 24 hours before for wrestling, so this is nothing. Staying up 24 hours for a live stream compared to staying 24 hours to travel from Winnipeg to Ottawa to Montreal to Essex, no trouble at all for that one, put it that way. I would have lots of coffee, I would have lots of drinks. We could do like almost a hangout, it'd be fun. So I just got to figure out when I'm going to do it. If there's any dates that work well for you guys that you think you can hang out for a 24-hour live stream, please let me know. There you go. In Winnipeg, you just need. It doesn't surprise me at all. I know there's a lot of smoke right now. it sucks. I mean, I feel really bad. I don't know how many people needed to evacuate their homes twice. Uh, yeah, it's a real shame. I mean, I can only imagine the stress of you just think about having to, you know, you evacuate your home, you get to go back, you think things are okay, only to then once again have to leave your home. I mean, it's gotta really suck. So my heart goes out to um, all those people having to travel back and forth. And also, nothing but credit to those Masons stepping up, such as Eastern Star, Masonic bodies, I should say, stepping up, trying to help those in need. Um, Dealing with these things, it's really, really tough on everybody. All right, let's give it another, let's say 5 minutes to see if anyone else jumps on and has any questions or anything they want to talk about. Otherwise, we will then leave the stream. May do one tonight, but I'll definitely be back next week. We're talking about Grand Lodge, a few other exciting things. And yeah, I hope everybody, though, is having a great day. And we'll have a great weekend. I can imagine, I can only imagine how busting the city must be. Between, I mean, I'm between whatever the normal number of people in Winnipeg for events needing hotel rooms is, then you have this whole influx of people coming in who are evacuating. Yeah, it would not surprise me if the city as a whole is just bursting at the seams. Welcome, if you're just joining us, jump in the chat, say hello. This is just a casual Friday Ask Us Anything stream. Vote on my poll. Would you hang out for 24-hour live stream? Let me know if there's anything else that you guys want to chat about. Positive, negative, or neutral. I'd love to hear it. Much appreciated. By the way, Smokey, thank you for joining the Patreon. I truly appreciate it. I hope that you are doing well. Like, this is just a casual Ask Us Anything stream, so we're just hanging out, chatting. Probably gonna be ending the stream in a couple minutes anyways. I will be back on my personal channel on the weekend. I mean, I'm sure that they'll probably try to make it work. Who knows? But it'll be tough, I've no doubt. Oh, this is my personal YouTube channel. That's where I tend to talk about scary movies. I do a lot of random kind of clips of me from the road. It is, let me see if I got this right. YouTube.com/at Cameron Adamson. That should be it there. I think I've got like, I'm really 239 subscribers, something like that on there at this point. Let me see. Yeah, youtube.com/at Cameron Adamson, CameronAdamson. And there's always, you can follow me on Instagram, Square and Compass Promotions. Obviously, the more places you follow me, the more you can find just what I'm up to and what is going on, and I would truly appreciate it. Thank you, Smokey. I truly appreciate it. Once again, youtube.com/at Cameron Adamson. Oh, I'm on Discord. I mean, I say I'm on Discord. I'm never actually on it at all. I don't even remember off the top of my head how to find it. Now I gotta go and see. Maybe what I'll do, Smokey, is I'll send you a message through Patreon, and maybe I'll send you my Discord. Or maybe put it in some of the chats. Let's see. Although doing something on Discord, probably I should be doing more stuff on Discord than I do, to be perfectly honest. But let's see. If I can find my Discord. How do I do this? Square and compass promotions. Smoky 008395. I will see if I can't track that down. And if you see an invite from Cameron Adams from Square and Compass Promotions, please follow me on Discord. Or maybe there's a way. How do I do this? No, I don't know how to find myself. What type of stuff do you do on your Discord? I don't really know even like what is Discord kind of set up for? I have a community, I should know more about it. 839. Do you do a lot of like movie watch alongs or just hangouts or? All right, let me see. Actually, wait a second. I know how to do this, I think. I can track it down here. Nice. Hangouts are fun. Nothing's wrong with that. All right, but let's see what I can do here. Rosalie, what is going on? All right. I will find this. Link if it drives me insane. All right. Well, anyways, Smokey, I will find it. Pay attention. Maybe head over to the Patreon at some point, and I'll see if I can find it there for you. But I definitely want to invite some more people to join my Discord, to be honest. And Smokey, I will find yours as well. Welcome if you're just joining us. Thank you for being here. This is a Friday hangout, casual Friday. Ask us anything. We've got my question 24-hour live stream, 7 yeses and 3 nos. So that's very cool. Actually, I'm going to see if I can be back in just one moment. So I will attempt to come back again. Give me 2 seconds. I want to see if I can find that Discord link. So give me a second. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Okay, I think I'm back. I can never do a 24-hour stream. Well, I mean, it would be very, very, very tough. Don't get me wrong. I don't like. I mean, I would do it for. What I try to do is differentiate. Like every couple hours, do a different topic, do a different conversation, things like that. So I think I'd find a way to make it work. It could be fun. And I just went 24 hours without sleep like a week ago, and it was a blast. So I could do it again, I'm sure. But, hang out with me for part of it, all of it, see what happens. It would be really enjoyable. See if I can sign into this thing here. What's the longest stream you've ever seen, like ever watched? I'd be curious to know that. And honestly, Smokey, my other question to you is, do you prefer 24-hour streams? Like, oh, sorry, do you prefer YouTube streams or do you prefer Discord streams? Do you have a preference? It's one of those things where obviously I'm sure YouTube would much prefer we all do YouTube streams. I'm sure Discord would prefer we all do Discord streams. I'm sure Twitch would prefer we all do Twitch streams, etc., etc. But for me, I would say, obviously I enjoy being on YouTube. It's what I'm on the most. So, yeah. All right, I think we're going to be ending this stream. Smokey, if you're still there, I'm going to find the... I will find you. I will find you on the Discord. I'll send you an invite. I hope you'll join my stream or Discord. Thank you guys so much. It was fun hanging out for a bit. I'll probably be on tonight again at 1 a.m. I'm not positive. But if not, next week you can expect some more live streams as well as some more content. Courtney, you're back, but I'm taking off. But thank you for being back. I truly appreciate it. And thank you for joining. I will see everybody again soon. Keep following us on social media for more info. All right, talk to you guys later.